What's going on, guys? It's Chopper here for another video slash guide. Hi, Sad. Looks like we're doing a little DF normal mode here. Let's go ahead and kick it off. So, if you've never done DF normal mode before, it's pretty simple. At least the first crash. It's going to be a hallway, 4 dudes in this hallway, and then a little spider lady in the other hallway. The spider lady, for whatever reason, has the most HP I've ever seen of any normal mob outside of a boss in a dungeon ever, period. So it's kind of hilarious how long this mob takes. But clear these out, really nothing special. Just go through, do your pew-pews, kill the things, get to the first boss where the dungeon actually starts. Plus, oh, this knock-up, what is going on? Am I not getting any hits? Okay. Should probably put on our self-buffs, you know? We should probably do those sorts of things. Anything we're missing? I don't think so. Alright, looks like we're just starting it. Okay, so this is Prima and Vera. Main thing to worry about with Vera, as you'll see there, periodically throughout the fight, he's going to drop pools of poison. Now, as you might expect, these pools of poison hurt when you step in them. So what this is sort of a soft enrage timer for the boss. Soft enrage timer meaning if you don't kill him in time, eventually the entire room is just going to fill with poison and there's nothing you can do. Now what else is happening here is Prima, his little sorcerer hoe lady that he keeps with him, I guess. She will periodically throw down AoEs, just like this one coming up now. This one's a push out near the boss, near Vera. So ideally what you want to do is have somebody tank her out to the side, out of the way, and really keep her out of the fight. But that's really only necessary in hard mode, where she can really cause some problems. In easy mode, you can really get away with just having everybody just tank or fight Vera and have Prima just sort of do her thing, and you deal with it as the fight goes on. It's really not that big of a deal. If you were doing it properly, if you had a priest or mystic or somebody with a sleep ability, you want to try to sleep her as much as possible. In normal mode, she doesn't really resist much, but in hard mode, she pretty much resists a lot of those. But you can put her to sleep. As long as nobody touches her, you can keep her out of the way for a decent amount of time. So really, other than that, that's all you're dealing with. As a tank, it's important to know that this boss constantly attacks. He's constantly poking with that lance in your eyeball, and it's pretty frustrating. But it's really nothing special. As long as you're vigilant and blocking enough, it's really straightforward. The main thing that's frustrating, oh, there you go, she was stunned, but not asleep. The main thing that sucks about Prima is just, as you see here, is just constantly having to deal with this pushback. And it really frustrates DPS classes, or especially charge classes that need to sit or channeling for sorks. So ideally you want to get her the fuck out of the way because she sucks. But as you can tell, it's not that bad. So Prima and Vera, nothing too special. Make sure you're moving when the poison pools come down. Try to put them around the wall if you can. But in normal mode, you'll probably have enough DPS to where it won't matter. Those come out a lot faster and a lot more furious in hard mode, so it gets a little bit trickier. But hey, we're not doing hard mode, so we ain't worried about that right now. Again, another little hallway of mobs. As this tank is doing its best to just sort of push through the little poison puddle here and just tank them in the corner, and just everybody just AoEs them down. They're really, again, nothing special, just mobs that need to die. Oh, excuse me? Dude did not like me. Okay. After that, we're just moving on to the next room, to the nice crab boss. So, nothing much to worry about here. Periodically things fall down, 2 pulses, and they fall and they spray. It's just a little bit of damage. The most annoying thing is just knocks you off your mount, really. For some reason I didn't have my passive up. Was that not up last fight? That's interesting. This tank ain't got no time for nobody, so we're just going every time, man. Can you guys hear me right now? I don't think so. Okay, good. I thought that was in Discord. Cancel that. So, the crab boss, Odin. First of all, I don't know why she's making us get in the corner instead of her just turning the boss around, but that's secondary. So, the crab boss, main mechanics on the crab boss is his carpet mechanic, and we'll see that soon. His burn is what he calls it. For DPSers on this boss, it's really just sort of a tank and spank. He's got one backward shot ability that he'll shoot towards DPSers standing at his ass.
Yeah, sorry.
But other than that, he's got that and a jump that he comes down and poisons people. But other than that, as a DPSer, you just want to try to find back time and you know, just hurt him. So there's the jump. When he comes down, that'll apply a poison if you get hit by it. Try not to. It kind of sucks as a healer to cleanse that out. So here's the back shot. You can see it's just a little spray out his butt. Really nothing too special. Here's the burn. You can't DPS him while he's in burn phase. But now let's talk about the burn phase. So he puts carpets down. As you see, there's 5 sections of the room, and he will cover 3 sections per carpet.
Really?
On the last carpet, I think it's maybe 4 sections. But so he covers 3 sections, and there will be 3 pulses on the animation until the explosion. So it'll come from the inside out. 1, 2, 3. At that third moment when that line hits the edge on either end of the carpet section, that's when the pulse is going to go off. It does do a dot that you can't cleanse, so it's pretty annoying as a healer. Just try to dodge these. They're pretty easy to iframe as long as you know when to get out of the way at that third pulse. 1, 2, third pulse goes to the end. That's when you want to jump. So again, 1, 2, third pulse. That's when it's going to go off. 1, 2, third pulse. So again, not too bad to dodge, and just try to get out of the way for your healer. And as you saw where my team was standing, normally right near the boss, he'll have one of his safe sections he'll put up. So if you hang around him, you'll normally find a safe section there. You either want to probably go near him or on the edges is where your safe sections tend to exist. So if you head there, you don't really have to worry about dodging it too much. But again, they're super easy to dodge, so shouldn't be that hard. So you can see right here near the boss. It'll probably be here next time. No, it's a little bit over. So you know, if you stand close to him, you can hang out and have a pretty easy time about dodging most of his mechanics. And that's just sort of a rinse repeat as we go throughout this boss, really. I mean, he doesn't do much else besides this. He has these couple mechanics, and as a tank up front, he's just got, you know, that fury of blows he does and a couple more frontal mechanics, but really nothing special. As a melee class, your main thing you're worried about right there is that jump. That's really what's going to cause the most damage and the most headache to your healer for sure too. 1, 2, third pulse to the edge. That's when we're dodging. Pretty straightforward. In hard mode, these get a little bit faster, and I think he covers maybe an additional section. But it will be in normal mode. It'll be 3 sets of carpet until like this, which is his last carpet phase, and he'll do it 4 times. So that's really the main difference there. And then other than that, he's right at the end once you get to that point when he's doing it 4 times. So just nuke his face in. And yeah. And then GG. GG no re, Mr. Crabman. So get out of here. Alright. Another one bites the dust and we're on. We got freaking, man, we got Speedy Gonzalez as our tank too. She don't wait for nobody, so I'm gonna make sure I get in position for this last boss.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so now we're heading to Verno. The main thing to know about Verno, he can't move either. I say either because I just recorded a Forsaken Island video, so forgive me. But he cannot move. He will always face the same way. He will always present his back all the time. Jesus Christ, man! Give me a second to go around to the back. Come on. Wow. I tried to type wow, but I had my W held down because I needed to run, so that's what came out.
I don't know. It seems like you typed just fine.
So the main thing about Verno, like I said, he doesn't turn around, and there's always got to be somebody in front of him. If you don't have a tank or anybody really in front of him, he does this thing where he'll say, you know, Verno shrieks because nobody's in front of him. And if you don't get somebody in front of him by that 3rd time, he'll just do ridiculous damage and crazy things, and you've pretty much wiped at that point. So just have somebody in front of him. It's that easy. So main mechanic there that I sort of dodged, sort of didn't.
DPS first, right?
That's
how that works.
That's the laser. So the laser starts and then spins clockwise at my current perspective, only one time around. That one isn't too hard to dodge. The main way I would suggest dodging that is really dodging into it. So like this. You want to just dodge right through it. That way you're guaranteeing yourself the most iframes for your bang for your buck there. So that's the main mechanic he has. This is another one he has. It's just an inward donut of a death. And again, periodically he'll shoot out some carpet mechanics like that. Here comes the lasers again. Those come on the prompt, I will kill you all. So lasers incoming. Again, we're going to focus on dodging right through it. That's definitely the best way to avoid damage and just guarantee yourself that you haven't fucked yourself over with a bad dodge. Here's a mechanic there. That's just a nice outward donut. So he's got an inward and an outward donut. That one just gets the hell out of the way, obviously. So here is the second mechanic you all burn. You see him raise his hands up.
Oh no,
and
too
he puts
early.
them down. When he puts his hands down, the moment he smacks the ground, that's when that laser is going to come out of his butt. So somebody, if you're a melee character up in the boss's ass, you really want to try to have your camera out to where you can see that and dodge it effectively, because it hurts a lot right when you're up in there. Other than that, he'll just continue to burn and laser as you sort of go through the fight, and until you eventually just tell him to fuck off and die. So really a straightforward fight with Verno. Nothing too scary. And that completes Demokron Factory. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any comments, leave them in the section down below, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye!
Spellbound is coming October 25th.